Hi, people. How you doing? So, Will TheGlarer has decided he is going to start trolling my channel. So, yeah, we're not going to have that, son. We're not going to have that. Not going to have that at all. Not cool. You need to leave people alone. So, let's get this started.
Some sort of pain, you caused a permanent stain, which has determined your fate. I've never seen so clear, I feel the end and it's near. The day of reckoning's here, the sound of deafening fear. You gon' die if you try, you just might get a little bit of trouble, K-N-I-F-E, right in your side. You would never see me coming. You gon' die if you try, you just might get a little bit of trouble, K-N-I-F-E, right in your side. You will never see me. My energy is next level, so damn you better be careful. I got an angel and devil, he stabs me straight in the temple. I'm ready to be a rebel, I've got a lot of potential hidden inside of this vessel. That shit is so exponential. I need a first class ticket to the top, no limit. I don't play no gimmicks, I'ma take you to the clinic. If you want a taste, come at me and you will be replaced. They won't find a trace of you anywhere or any place. You gon' die if you try, you just might get a little bit of trouble, K-N-I-F-E, right in your side. You would never see me coming. You gon' die if you try, you just might get a little bit of trouble, K-N-I-F-E, right in your side. You would never see me coming.
Hello. How is everybody doing? All right, so this should be short and sweet. This is just a call out. I don't appreciate it. TheGlarer, I know you watched my last live. You know what I've gone through. You were there. You were participating with the harassment and the bullying in the chats. You have been following me around and harassing me, and I want it to stop. Period. You're not a man. You're not any kind of man to be treating a woman like this. You're not a real man. You are very much a baby yap. So let me give you guys a little bit of history about this baby man. This dude has been, I have no words to even describe him. He's so bad. There are channels dedicated to how bad he is. Channels documenting the abuse that he pours out to women all over social media. Not just picking, but abuse, harassment, doxing. It's disgusting. So I knew of him before I ever came on YouTube. He was neck deep in the Sophie Long case. He was trifling in that case as well. Major grifting. Why don't you tell everybody how you supported Michael when he hid Sophie? Tell everybody the truth. How you aided and abetted him. You want to talk about that? You want the link? TheGlarer? You want the link? I'll pin the damn link. You want to come tell the truth? Putting the link in chat for you, buddy. You can come tell everybody the truth. The link is pinned. You're not blocked from my channel, but you're about to be if you don't get up here and explain yourself. I'm waiting. In the meantime, so I knew of him before I ever came to YouTube. The bad behavior he showed on that case. I was well aware of who he was. But when I came to YouTube, I left him alone. And when I hit 500 subscribers, I decided to have a celebratory first live with my people. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to show that to you. It is right here. We're going to go over it together, y'all. You guys, I was so mortally humiliated by this situation that I ended up hiding that live, and I never talked about it again. I waited and I hoped that this man would come to me as a real man and say, you know what, that really was a douchebaggery thing for me to do. I'm sorry. But he never did. He never did. And he had no reason to come at me. None at all. He had no reason. I'm going to tell you exactly what he said about it, too. He thought it was hilarious. So hold on. Give me just a second here. I'm going to go ahead and pull up my live on my phone just so that I have it up here in case I need it. There we go. I've gone through enough lately, you guys. I have gone through enough. My last live should have been it when it comes to the harassment. It should have been it. But I guess TheGlarer thinks it's cute to come over here and start leaving Charlie comments. And yes, Mark Wahlberg was in New Kids on the Block from 1984 to 1985. Their first year, he was with them. Go pull it up on Google. It has his photos and everything with the band. He left after the first year. He didn't want to do it with the band. He wanted to do it on his own. So then in 90, he formed Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. Let it go, people. Google it. Anyway, so 3.5 hours into my live, almost 4 hours. I mean, we were having a great time just chatting. I was showing everybody my studio. We were talking about the Kylie Rodney case. We were talking about the Debbie Collier case. We were having a good time. And then, up pops TheGlarer. And MorbidReality was in my, what we call our backstage. I didn't know if the guy was real or not, because he wouldn't show his face on camera, but TheGlarer did. So I let him up. This was my first time ever using StreamYard and was my first live. I didn't know how to operate anything, okay? If you go back to my channel from before, see my first name is up here. This is my first name that I had for my first month on YouTube. I changed it at the 1 month mark when I figured out a shorter name that I liked, which is Crime Sleuthin', and I've been that ever since. Do you guys know how many times I've been accused of having all these different names? It's ridiculous. So anyway, I've had one channel and I've changed my name one time after only a month because that name was really long. I hated it. It's still true. I am very much fueled by coffee and true crime, but that's just too long of a name. So anyway, up comes TheGlarer, and I was polite as I could be. He starts telling me how Morbid was fake and blah, blah, blah. I'm going to play some of it here. He asked me what my philosophy was on true crime. Now, granted, at this time, I did not know until the next day on his live. I didn't know that he was here trolling me with MorbidReality. So let's watch this go down, y'all. Yeah, I tried to put these cases to, like, what if it was me? What if it was my family? How would I want this handled?
Okay, I want you.
right there. That's my philosophy. I treat these cases as if I'm, what if the family sees my content? I put things out always with that in the back of my mind. I would never want a victim's family to see my content and be hurt. And I have never put out content that would hurt anybody. So we're going along here. These two get in a fight because they didn't get along. I'm not going to go into all that bullshit. Law enforcement took the weekend off. And
would you or would you not?
I would.
Bullshit.
So he was acting like he was interviewing me, right? And then right about here, because Morbid was in my backstage. Let me up, let me up, let me up, let me up, just constantly. And it was my very first time. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know if he was real because he would not show his face on camera. Now we know why. But anyway.
Right now, it's just kind of like sandman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope that my mods have been keeping him nice and timed out. Oh my goodness.
I hope
here's what I hope, Will. I hope to be a good example. I hope to be a good example on YouTube.
Okay, but okay. I'm
And that is true. Anybody starting a channel, look at all my content, and I am a good example. I know that I'm a good example, and I'm not worried about what anybody else thinks. I know I haven't crossed any moral lines. I haven't crossed any ethical lines whatsoever. I haven't done anything wrong. Yes, I've made mistakes. I put out a couple of videos with wrong information in them, but what did I do? I corrected the information immediately and apologized. Anytime I make a mistake, I have no problem apologizing. So we're going on here. Where does he pop up? So granted, now remember, I did not know that they were in this together. He was putting on a show like he was up here like a new fan or something. It was weird on YouTube.
Okay, but okay, I'm gonna speak real with you, okay? Because you're just starting your channel and
shut up. He is more.
The dog right now is just kind of like sandman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope,
because even though Dolly's out there, he's hurting the case more than he's helping the case. Okay, because the pros are on it. The pros are on it.
Oh, shut your mouth. Who is this guy? This guy's a fake. He's using a voice changer. It's absolutely clear. Hey, Fuel.
I posted the link in the chat to where the dogs
I'm talking.
I'm
talking.
Hey, Morbid, hang on. She was asked to go get.
I know, but I'm talking. That was rude. She interrupted.
Sorry, but it took me forever to find it.
I don't appreciate that. Hey, Fueled, this guy's a fake. He's a troll. Kick this guy. You're a piece of shit, dude. You're not even the Glarer, dude.
Man.
Yes, he is, Morbid. I've told you about 18 times in private chat that I saw him on video.
You fucked up
Let me see his camera.
No, he used a fake video camera that showed Glarer. You're a piece of. You're an asshole.
A piece of shit. You're an asshole.
You
fuck you. Fuck you more.
No, you know what? He's probably J-Rod.
Did he say "fuck you" more?
I did. I said "fuck you" more.
He doesn't even sound like the Glarer. The people in the chat already said he doesn't sound like the Glarer.
You're a fucking liar. You're a troll.
Dude, you're the fucking liar, bro.
That's definitely.
I stand up for victims' family members. Who do you stand up for, bitch?
I stand up for Fuel by Coffee and True Crime. You son of a
bullshit.
It's definitely the Glarer. I promise.
It is not the Glarer.
I promise
he's using a voice.
So keep in mind, none of us knew that they were in this together, that they were just trolling. I'm going to play what he said after this. Okay, he comes for a brand new channel, a woman, and this is what they do.
Changer. It's so clear, guys. Come on.
No, I promise you, it's him.
No, it's
It's
not
not.
him.
All
You're
you
being
have to
fooled
do
by a fool.
All you
It's
have to do
me.
is click on
This
his
guy is
name.
a
Listen, you
fucking
son of a
fool.
bitch. You're not. Listen, you son of a bitch.
You're
You
the son of
stop
a
this
bitch.
right
Don't
now.
call me a
You
bitch.
stop this right
bitch.
now. You stop this. You're
Be
fucking
respectful,
throwing a monkey
asshole.
wrench my whole plan, what I'm trying to do, and you're fucking me up. And I'm not.
I'm gonna shove a finger right up your a-hole, bro.
You're not gonna shove
You
anything
piece
anywhere.
of shit.
Okay.
You're
Okay,
such
Except
a
your own
liar.
ass.
Listen,
Except your own ass.
You're pissing me off.
I got
You're
a question.
pissing me off.
I got a question that only TheGlarer
This
Okay, so do keep in mind, my laughter was purely shock, nervous laughter. It goes on and on and on. Someone else joins the panel, and they get into a big old fight. Morbid and Glarer were disgusting to my guests. You can see it went on and on and on. If anybody wants the link to this, let me know. Send it to you. You can watch the whole thing. I'm not going to give them all my time. I have somebody backstage. I don't recognize them. Turn on your camera. You'll need to turn on your camera if you want to come up. Okay, so we're going on back and forth here. Let me go forward here.
But what will we find out? What will we find out?
Why don't you go and find out for yourself?
Okay, but you tell us. I mean, since
I'm not going to tell you about my personal
you think
life.
it's so relevant to find
It is
out.
relevant. It is.
So as you can hear, he's they just trolled all of my guests over and over and over.
Can't force
So
them
are
to
you
do
like
certain
super
things, but I
wooden?
thank God that my
Right.
kids,
You guys are
they
making
have
this
given me here and there as far as, but nothing like this. Thank God, no. And
So you're saying
things
that you could
happen,
prevent
but in
accidents
this
from
case,
happening to
I
your
am seeing
children?
what I am referring to here. I am seeing all this corruption as to what's going on, and no one is being held accountable for it.
That person dropped off. It was probably TheGlarer in a fake name. So it goes on and on and on. Like I said, we have almost hit 4 hours. We were having a great time. I did not know how to boot them off of my channel. I did not know how. So we'll go to right here, play a little bit more, see what I haven't watched this since, you guys.
Moving forward, all right? Just please.
Let me see. Where's the morbid?
Going to be talking about it because it's just literally dragging a victim's family and friends and so on and so forth.
That's true.
So be
Right.
very
So
careful.
like I said,
That's my
morbid.
advice.
Morbid. I have a question for you. Can I ask you a question, Morbid?
Sure.
Have you, which of my videos have you watched?
0.
Okay.
0.
Well,
Yeah.
then after you watch my videos, because there's only a few, it won't take you very long, then come back and preach to me. I do
It's
have
not
a
about your
very
videos,
high
it's
level
about
of
what you did
ethics
on
when
your
it
live
comes to
today.
what I put on my channel. You don't have to worry about that.
Okay.
Okay. Hey, Brian, what were you wanting to come up and talk about? Just give me an idea in chat, because I want to wrap this up pretty soon. So let me see what this is here. Hold on, guys. Brian, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to let you know I really enjoy your channel. I'm not a troll. I'm not going to create any problems like you don't already have any. But I just wanted to say I really enjoy it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay, that's it. That's all I wanted to say. Okay. I don't know why the cam doesn't work on this thing.
I don't know.
So I just wanted to make sure that you knew that, and you keep up with the good work. And I always kind of sit on the sidelines and watch you.
Okay, well, I appreciate that. It's been a rough few weeks for me.
You know, let me
Yeah.
tell you something, okay? I don't care. You could be the nicest person in the world, and there's always going to be people that don't like you. That's in life. That's on a chat room. I've been on chat rooms for 30 years,
Yeah,
and
so
you could be
back in the AOL days.
yeah. Well, I was using the dial-up. Oh my God!
Right,
But,
right.
you know, that's in real life too, though. And so, you know,
But
I
see,
mean,
the problem with YouTube is it gives everybody the chance to be anonymous, right? And to just go
right?
around trolling for fun. It's like a literal hobby for these people. And it's ridiculous. I get along with everybody in my real life. Even the ones that I don't really care for, I still get along with them.
That's the same problem I have. I mean, in real life, everybody likes me. I get on a chat room and they hate me. Can I ask you a question though? Am I too? Is my audio too loud?
No, you're fine.
Okay. No, in real life, you know, everybody likes me. You know, if I come in when I go into work, if I have a puss on my face, everybody's like right away, boy, what's wrong with Brian? You know?
Yeah.
I get in a chat room, I can't even type a sentence anymore, and somebody's got a problem with it, and then you find out later they're talking about you, and I'm like, I don't get it. You know, you got to agree with me though, right? That 30 years ago, if you were in a chat room, you don't seem like you're old enough to be on a chat room 30 years ago.
No, I am. Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
I'm 50, so I'm 50.
We'll go with it.
I was around.
But wasn't it different though?
It was, you know, chat rooms and social media was completely different. You know, do you remember the Yahoo groups?
Oh yeah, of course.
Go in there and find all the interests that you had and join all the Yahoo groups. And I was mainly in the mommy kind, you know, because my kids were little then. But you know, I was even in some true crime ones, and there was never any of this there. I never saw any of this because people would shut that shit down right away. They would kick them out and they'd be done. They wouldn't put up with it. Now it's entertainment. Now
I don't get that though.
Why you would if you were a creator? Because when we get views, we're getting money for every 1,000 views that we're getting. We're getting like, you know, anywhere from $4 to $18, you know, for every 1,000 views. So they make it nice and juicy and gossipy and salacious to get people to come in.
You know,
we don't get that much on views. And then they start pouring in the super chats and super stickers. And there's a lot of money to be made on drama. A lot.
I was on a platform, you probably never heard of it. It was called Hot Messenger. And there was a group of us out there, and everybody who claimed to be who they are were who they were. Which is like, forget it nowadays. But back then, I flew across the country 3 times and met wonderful people. And now, today, there's not a chance in hell that I would ever even consider, you know, I'd be scared to ever meet anybody.
Right. Yeah. No, thank you.
You know, but yeah, we're talking about you don't look, come on. There's no way that you could have been on chat rooms as long as me.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Well, I'll go with it, but boy, you look young.
I'm a mother. My kids are, let's see, I have to stop and do the math. 32.
Oh, geez.
9 and 26. And then I have
Are you serious?
And another grandchild coming in 2 months. Yep.
Okay, so what water are you drinking that I didn't get access to? Because 3/4 of my face is in my neck now.
I don't know. I think it was maybe all the sea breeze and Noxzema that we used in the 80s. I don't know.
Yeah, Noxzema. Yeah,
the Aquanet, preserved our faces. I don't know.
And you thought I was like a troll.
I don't know what to expect tonight. I put the link in there in case TheGlarer decides to come up and explain himself. Because when he did this live, when he crashed my live like this, he did it as a joke. Didn't tell me at the time. He played along like he was trying to give me advice. But him and MorbidReality were going back and forth, screaming and cussing at each other the whole time. And then the next morning, or the next evening, actually, he gets up. He's already drinking again and got on his live and starts bragging and laughing about what he'd done to me. And I'm going to show that next.
Oh, boy.
And he never came to me as a man and said, you know what, that was not right for me to do. I'm sorry. I'll leave you alone. Nothing. He literally tells me in this live, and I wish I had my timestamp on it, but he told me that he and Morbid were going to be watching me.
Okay.
And I better not ever do any tragedy pimp stuff, or he was going to start calling me out.
And they're going to do.
I never would.
Okay. So they're going to be watching you, and they're going to do what?
When you call somebody out, especially a big channel like they have, it really hurts us smaller channels. We lose a lot of subscribers when they do that.
Why? Is there a point on here on YouTube that people are going to grow up?
No, probably not. But I've never called him out for this. And it wasn't until tonight when he starts leaving these trolly comments that I decided, you know what, screw it. I'm just going to put it out there. And if anybody wants to go watch the live, they can and see the whole thing. It was bad. Hey, Kelly K, how are you? I can see you, honey. Hi, Freestyle.
Okay. Hey, look, I don't want to overstay my welcome. You realize I'm not a troll, so the next time you see Brian Kane, that I'm safe, okay? And best of luck to you. And I can't believe that you got kids that old, but whatever. I'll believe you. You take care of yourself.
If there weren't so many doxers on YouTube, I would love to share photos of my beautiful children and grandchildren, but I can't because people.
I don't think that you should do that. Yeah. Not in this day and age. Like I said, I would never meet anybody in a chat room.
Exactly. Well, thank you, Brian, for coming up. I appreciate you.
Okay, you take care of yourself.
I'll see you in chat.
Continue with the show. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye. Well, that was nice, huh? I appreciate that. Thank you, Brian. All righty. Okay, so I don't know the exact timestamp. I'm gonna. We continued on. I played my video that I'd made for Kylie, and then that was it on that. Now, the next day, so that was October 16th. This was October 17th. He gets up. He had actually recognized Morbid on my show, remembered who he was, and they got hooked back up together. Now, they planned the trolling, but I don't think they really knew who they were because there was a point in my live where you could see that TheGlarer recognized who he actually was. So they planned a live together, And hang on just a moment, y'all. So I'm going to play just the audio of this, and this is used under fair use, educational purposes only, for commentary and criticism.
Thank you
like
so
that?
much. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. How are you?
I'm doing all right. What are you sipping on there?
I'm having a beer.
A mega.
All right. Hey. Well, hey, Keith. You were actually on that first live, remember? That I was just showing. I'll get it back up here and show you. Do you remember this, Keith? Hi, Chloe. How are you? Was the audio playing, by the way? What happened to your chat, Chloe? Anyway, okay, you could hear the audio. All right, I'm going to go back to it. But Keith was actually here for that first live, and he remembers what happened. It was awful, wasn't it? It was awful. I didn't know how to handle it. I was brand new, you know. But anyway, I'm going to go back to the other one and continue playing my audio or their audio. So they thought it was a big ass joke.
Mega pint.
Mega pints.
A blue mega
yeah,
pint.
That would be wine, technically, but
that's true.
Yeah, so last night was fun. We got a little practice run on a small channel.
Chloe, what's happening with your chats? Your chats are showing up and then they immediately say retracted. What's up with that? Okay, I'm going to go back a little bit here.
Doing?
I'm doing great, man. How are you?
But he was already drinking again the next night.
What are you sipping on there?
I'm having a beer.
A mega pint.
A mega pint.
A blue mega pint.
That would be wine, technically, but
that's true.
Well, I mean, I understand. People are often afraid to speak out about trolls. And with what I found out about MorbidReality, yeah, it's bad. It's bad. I did not know when MorbidReality started his channel. I did not know about his past. I found out, but I didn't know at the time. So that man would have never been on my panel.
Yeah, so last night was fun. We got a little practice run on a small channel.
We try. We try to help. That's what we do.
That's what we do.
It's not the
at the very beginning, I spoke as far as like what I know about his past. I know what people have told me. I try not to be like those who just go by what people tell you and just not like somebody. I had my own reasons already for not liking him. I think he's a douchebag. I thought he's always been a douchebag. And, you know, I knew him back during the Sophie Long case where he helped Michael Long when he took his daughter Sophie into hiding. He assisted and helped him and knew where he was. All this, it was bad. I didn't approve of him back then because even though I supported Sophie Long and I believed her as a victim, I did not support her father when he took off with her and the other shady things that he was doing. He was allowing people to pay him money to talk to the little girl, and that's just sick. And then he went and took off with her. I've only ever supported Sophie, and I still worry about her, to this day. I hope to God she's okay. It's my understanding that she's with some other extended family now and has not reunited with the mother. But the boyfriend, woo, that was a scary man. And mom chose the boyfriend over the daughter. So that tells you all you need to know about that mother. So let me continue with this for a moment.
The way that people want it to be, but we're a little bit edgy. I think we're similar in that way, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, I had a lot of...
I'm going to go back just a little bit because I think I was talking over this one portion here where they brag about...
I'm doing great, man. How are you?
I'm doing all right. What are you sipping on there?
I'm having a beer.
Already drinking.
A mega pint.
Again.
Mega pint.
That would be wine, technically, but...
That's true.
Yeah, so last night was fun. We got a little practice run on a small channel.
We try to help. That's what we do.
That's what we do.
It's not the way that people want it to be, but we're a little bit edgy. I think we're similar in that way, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, I had a lot of scotch. So I vaguely remember. I just remember yelling and telling people to shut up a lot.
Really, that's all he remembered. You guys, he admits he was wasted drunk when he came over and troll crashed my very first live. He didn't know anything about me. I didn't have any bad content on my channel. I can show you the beginning of my channel before that live and ever since. I've never had anything on my channel that I wouldn't mind a family member seeing. That is my motto. I do not upload anything that if a family member saw it, that they would be hurt, ever. I'm just not going to do it. Other people do it. Other people want to put out false claims about family members, but I won't do it. So anyway, it was already very clear on my channel that I was not going to be like that. But so I don't even know why they targeted me to practice on me. Hi, Ruby P. How are you? Practice on me. It's ridiculous. And he was so drunk he only remembered cussing and yelling. What kind of a man does that? What kind of a man does that to a woman? This is not a man. Neither one of these are men. Neither one of them are men. They're garbage, both of them. You guys, you could seriously go and look up MorbidReality's history. I had no idea. That man, he's like a hold on, let me just look at this chat real quick. Yeah. Did you show that one? That one was okay. I don't see it in chat. You didn't hide it, did you? That one by Lisa was okay. I just don't see it now in chat. Okay, so if you look at MorbidReality's history, he and TheGlarer were friends on YouTube many years before. There's some vile stuff that they did to women together. And TheGlarer, I haven't figured out. I haven't dug, but you know what? I might now. I bet you I can find him. But MorbidReality used to put on these shows in which he would, there's some stuff on there. Let's see. I just do. I don't know. I started young. My first one came, I was only 19. So, I mean, I almost can't even say it because it was so bad, you guys. He said he talked in a sexual manner with children as young as 8, 9, 10, 11 years old. Morbid on his channel. There are clips out there where you can hear. And it's bad. It's really bad. He is on, I believe, his 4th or 5th channel right now, and he's ban evading. And people have no idea. People have no idea. I certainly didn't until after this live, and somebody sent me an email and said, hey, do you know who that guy is? And sent me all kinds of links to, you know, there's channels that are dedicated to exposing him. And they're out there. Go find them. You'll see him. The way you see his name on the screen, I'm going to show it again. You have to look it up in that way to pull up. Do you see how it's spelled? Look that up on YouTube and you'll see. So they go on joking about this, and this was a new little troll project that they had going, and they did it to other people as well. I'm going to play a little bit more.
But it was fun.
But we're kind of similar in the way of humor, and we have an edginess to us. We're rough around the edges, and at the same time, we got a solid heart, and we can get really serious at times. And when we do, when we believe in something,
seriously. Solid heart. Are you kidding me? You don't have a heart. Neither one of these guys has a heart. I mean, Baby Gap, really arguing with me over New Kids on the Block? What, did you have a crush on the youngest one?
We get down and dirty and roll up our sleeves, right? I mean,
I could not have described us better than that.
And we're contra.
Yeah, I can describe you better than that. You're douche canoes, both of you. You're not real men, either one of you, to target women on YouTube. So I'm going to let them describe a couple of their previous targets.
Controversial figures as well. I mean,
what's the fun in not being controversial?
Because we're rough around the edges. That's okay.
Rough around the edges, like you can be controversial and not be a total douchebag either.
Oh, you don't say, Glarer. You can be rough around the edges without being a total douchebag. Well, why don't you try that for a change?
You know what I mean? I've always said on this channel that if you're not saying something that's pissing somebody off, you're not saying anything worth talking about. You're not.
No, honey, that's not how it works. We're not supposed to be instigating, right? You know, my motto on my channel has always been, I'm an investigative journalist, because that's what we are. We fall under press as journalists. So we're supposed to behave like it. We're supposed to vet sources. We're supposed to make those calls and find out if something's real or not before we put it out there. We are supposed to do that. We are supposed to be investigative journalists, not instigative journalists. So I think they need to pull that up and look at the actual ethics for freelance journalists, which YouTube falls under.
You're not talking about anything worth listening to. Right. Yeah, like that girl. I can't even stream her content and make fun of her because she's so fucking dull.
So he just said he can't even stream Zav Girl and make fun of her because she's so dull. We'll leave people alone.
It's ridiculous. But I talk about her most definitely. Who have you been talking about lately? Tell us a little bit about that, what you've been doing on your channel.
Well,
yes, Morbid, tell us who you had been trolling as of October 2022.
Let's see here. Honestly, I think we discussed Zav Girl. She may have been the first live I did. And then we moved on to Ryan Upchurch for one video. We had an interview with Zanime. And then we talked about some of the up and comers, Michelle Sutton, Behind the Lies with.
Does anybody here remember Michelle? Is her channel still even up? She was doing pretty good, and I don't know what happened. It was Behind the Crimes, I think, with Michelle Sutton. Is she still around? He trolled her too. And I think that she was around 6,000 or 7,000 at that time. I don't remember. But yeah, it's pretty gross. And they know she's not around anymore. I haven't seen her, so I don't know. But yeah, she got it good from this loser, and in my opinion, there was no reason to do that. I mean, calling out Zav Girl for some of the things that she's done, yes, absolutely. Selling autopsy photos on her Patreon. I think that's where she was selling them. The Gannon Stouch autopsy photos. Ooh, that was bad. You know, and I griped about some of the stuff that I saw, you know, but you don't go troll them and restream them and just sit there and talk shit about them. Dedicate your time to harassing somebody online. It's just not cool. People really need to stop doing that. Stop inviting one person on panel and then bring up 7, 8 more to attack them. I'm not the only person that's gone through that. I did a PSA where I explained what happened to somebody when they experienced that. Hang on, I can stop this for a minute. Okay. I did a whole PSA video because, you know, there was a lady who did that to herself on a panel after being panel bullied for 8 hours straight. It happens. And I just heard another creator talking yesterday about seeing the same thing happen, I think last week, with a, you know, the YouTube safe word we have to use, a pew pew. People really need to realize when you push somebody to their limit, you can be held responsible. You can be held responsible. People get taken and charged for that kind of stuff, you know? You can be charged. You keep pushing these people, especially when you know that they are, you know, they have issues, excuse me, or you know that they're vulnerable. Give them some space. All I have asked for the last couple of days is to give me some space. I said, I'll be back. I'm just, you know, posting very little right now. I did that one little short video, trying to rest and recover from what I just went through. And TheGlarer thinks now is a good time to poke at me. It's just, wow. Grow up. Seriously. Willie boy, grow up. He never did take the link because he's a pussy boy. He's not going to come talk and explain himself. That's fine. I figured he wouldn't. He's too much of a chicken. Never accountable, but he's always the one in chats and on panels harassing people. So you guys keep that in mind. That's the kind of person that he is. Hey, Kara, how are you? Hi, Chuck. How are you? And hello, Lisa. It's been a rough time, you guys. I'm still shaken over all that I went through. And isn't it funny how abusive people and narcissists, after they push somebody to the brink and they have ground them into the ground, usually for nothing but twisted up lies, which I proved, they go right back to what they were doing like nothing ever mattered. Like nothing even happened. That's a great way to spot a narcissist. Brian, I'm so sorry to hear that. It's 2 a.m. here. My sleep schedule's all messed up right now. I've been doing just napping, and I get up and been watching all kinds of feel-good content, to get myself over what happened. And, I had that in my family as well. My oldest sister did that. And it's rough. So, exactly. Freedom of speech isn't what they do. They make up stuff and tear people apart over and over and over. Then they find another one to do it to. Very sick people. Absolutely. Absolutely. And they've already moved on, already got their eyeballs on another victim. I can already see exactly who it's going to be. Just leave me laying behind, beat up, and just go on to your next victim. Sorry, I hit my keyboard. Man, it needs to stop. It really needs to stop. TheGlarer, I'm telling you, stay off my channel. You had your opportunity since October 27th. No, sorry, 17th. October 17th, 2022. You have never been man enough to come and just send me a freaking email. You know what? I'm sorry. Shouldn't have done that. That wasn't cool. I was drunk. I'm sorry. Which drinking is not an excuse anyway. You need to go to a meeting. Next time you have an urge to harass a woman online or hang out with perverts who talk to children in sexual ways, teach them about self-pleasure, and talk about positions and all kinds of sexual stuff with children on the internet, go to a meeting. How about you log off YouTube? Because I'm not going anywhere. It's just, man. Yeah, Brian, my brother-in-law remarried after that as well, and had a good life. It's hard to bounce back from something like that, man. Yeah, I don't understand all the hate either. I think people sometimes take things a little too personal and think that everything's about them when it's not, and become obsessive, and then suddenly you're being put in a light that you were never doing any of that. It's just ridiculous. But you know what? Karma is so real. People don't have a clue what they're doing to people until it happens to them. And believe me, knowing what I know, it's going to happen. It's going to come back around. And then they're going to get it. They're going to understand how they treat other people. It's going to come back on them. Hi, Leo. How are you? Cyberbullying is a real problem, especially when you can hide behind a username and create 18 other alt accounts and just switch back and forth between them and just harass the hell out of somebody in chat. So, yes, there was a time when this place was fun and nobody threw shade or doxed each other over petty reasons. Absolutely. Yep. I mean, it was happening way before I came to YouTube. You know, it's been happening for a long time. You know, there's that creator, Critical K. She was involved in that Sophie Long case, and that's how I was aware of her. And the other one, Without a Crystal Ball, they got in big trouble. They lost their channels over the shady stuff that they were doing with that case. Critical K ended up with I believe it was almost $500,000 lawsuit that she lost. $500,000. Keep it up. Keep it up, bullies. She lost $500,000 lawsuit. And her supporters blamed the victim. It's just, no, stop it. Just stop it. You reap what you sow, and it is true. Yep, absolutely, Leo. I don't either, Ruby. I don't understand why any woman would want to watch those two. And it's like there's actually women right now who are fighting over who gets to be Morbid's girlfriend, y'all. Let that sink in. Right now, there's bickering. I saw it on the panel. Like, are you serious? Somebody would want to be his girlfriend? Ugh. Ugh. Why? Do your research, honey. My word, I wouldn't touch either one of them with a 10-foot pole if they were the last two men on the internet and I was widowed. I'd switch teams. Oh, God. I would literally, no. Boy, oh boy. I'd be like, hey, Chloe Jade, how you doing? You single? How you doing? Oh, my God. Oh, yeah, like the content that I have found on Morbid Reality is so disgusting. I can't even believe that it's allowed on YouTube. Real clips from his shows talking like that. Whew. And I believe he's on, let me see if I can remember the names of the channels that he's had before. One was Misery Box. The first one was Misery Box. And then what was the second one? I have it in my email somewhere. So you guys can look it up yourselves and see. Let's see. Somebody sent me a long email on him. Let me go down and find it. Here it is. Jimmernam. That's right. Jimmernam. Oh, my word. Okay, so somebody sent me an email and said that if I went to this video and went into the 2-hour mark, let's see, and listen for 5 minutes, you may throw up, but you'll get pissed off. Do you hear what they're saying? Morbid in his own voice, what he's doing as he listens to his other character. He was doing both characters in this. Describe with a little girl. And I have the clips. I have the direct links to them. TFATK is the other channel. I don't know if it's still up. Okay, that was the one that was like cataloging a lot of the stuff on Morbid. So there's one here. Let me see if this is still here. Yep, this is still here. So I'm going to put this one in chat because you can see a little bit more about him here. Jimmer Nam, Misery Box, Morbid X, TFATK, Morbid Reality. That's 5. All of his channels have been banned by YouTube for TOS violations. He's currently still ban evading. So, yeah. Do you guys think that I should put this one in the chat? The one where he's... Let me go look at it. Hang on. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put the link. And I can tell you to go to the 2-hour mark. That's what the email said, and I did that, and it's true. I looked at it. I was like, oh, my God. So he has a long history as well of doxing and harassing women. Man. This says now this latest thing addressing something that Joneson just posted is him gaslighting everyone as if what he's done in the past is no big deal, but it is. And he's putting out a light threat. Let's see. Okay. So, yeah, those two are a couple for you to take a look at. The second one, it's at the 2-hour mark. So you can look at those. Make up your own mind. Make your own decision, you know? But, yeah. The thing is, TheGlarer knew him back then. He was right there with him. He's his little buddy. And it was on my live that they crashed that TheGlarer realized who he was. It's just, oh my God. Yeah, I don't know why your camera is not working. Exactly, Ruby. More people need to, because he keeps getting allowed to get up on panels, and I don't get it. I really don't get it. I really, really don't. Doug Hutton wannabe. Oh God, don't even get me started on Doug. Woo! Did you know? I heard, and I don't know if this is true. I heard that Doug is back, but I don't know if it's true. There was this email that I saw that was posted by supposed YouTube support, but it sounded really weird to me. And I'm not sure if it was either legit or if it was a real email, but language was not their first language, you know? As a mod, you can look up their info and see their comments. I did not know that. That is cool. I don't even know how to do that. He's back with a new mission against Scientology. Huh, interesting. Interesting. Well, you know how it is. We can't talk about religion, so I'm not going to make any comment on that, but your camera would work better if you took the duct tape off. That's okay, Chuck. That's all right. Yeah, he used to have a channel called No Thanks Investigates, and I don't know. I mean, I thought he was a douche, but I don't really know enough about him to really truly make much of a comment, you know. I really don't. I see a lot of other channels. If you're curious about him and want to see his history and stuff, I think the channel's called White Boy Radio. He has a lot on Doug that he's put out. So you might want to check that out. Other than that, I don't know. I haven't sat and watched all the Doug stuff, just a little bit here and there, you know, because I'm just not interested. But I watch when he has, you know, Candace or something on there sometimes. But anyway, yeah, you guys can check out those links. Just be careful. Please be careful about these people. You can look up TheGlarer as well on YouTube. Just do the hashtag thing and you'll see a lot of it, what he's done. So no, this was a really great hair and makeup day, that's all. And that photo was, no, it wasn't that long ago, less than a year ago. My other one was a little longer ago. Let me see. So this photo was 2 years ago. Just about. Anyway, I'm only going by the length of my hair. I don't know. This one was last year as well. And let's see. Here's one with no makeup, no nothing. And when I'm feeling sassy, I'll put this one up. When I'm like, kind of attitude. Anyway, yeah, it's just, please guys, be careful. Bad news, real bad news. And for any man to target a woman for no reason, if you go back to my content, my very first original content, there was no reason, none at all. I think I went over this on a previous live where I think it's all in my review live where I showed all of my old content and was like, why would anybody target me for what I had up? You know, when I started out the gate, I could have had a huge live. When they found Debbie Collier, there was a couple who lived right by her, who knew her, and they were going to go on site to where they found her and go live for me and tell me about how they knew her, tell us all about her while walking through the scene. And I think that would have been a really big live, you know, but Judy Ron had done a live just before my live was to start. And he said, you know, let's not, other people had already gone back into the scene and had taken things, which is so gross to me, but they had taken little objects from the scene that were left behind by law enforcement and emergency medical. He said people shouldn't go back in case law enforcement needs to go back and get something else or check something. Everybody should just stay away. There was no tape up or anything at this time, but he suggested people stay away. I took Judy Ron's advice and I canceled the live. And then these asshats want to target me like the same week. They should have seen that and said, hey, no. She's not out to get a bunch of views and money. She's off to a good start. Let's leave her alone. Yeah, I'm not having it. I'm done. I am done getting harassed. I'm done taking the abuse. Every single person that comes at me from now on, I am coming right back, full blown, right here on my channel. even a word. Keep it out of your chats. Keep it off your channels. Keep my name, my nickname off your mouth, period. Because I'm collecting clips and I will call people out. Done. Yes, Chloe, they wait for a vulnerable time and go for you. I haven't ever been more vulnerable and going through a rough time than right now. So right now is when I'm asking people, please leave me alone. I really need a break. I'll be honest, I'm not doing well. There's nothing wrong with admitting that. I'm at a low place emotionally. I got completely backstabbed by like 3 of my YouTube friends in a row. So I'm not doing well. And it is okay to just take a step back and slow down, you know? But like I said, these people have no idea until it happens to them, and it will happen. It absolutely will happen. Don't ever come back to me and say, oh gosh, Debbie, you were so right. I'm so sorry. You know what? I've had 3 different creators reach out to me who have also been victims within the last 2 days. 3 of them. And I'm not going to name them because I don't want them to get more hate than they've already gotten. But the way they've come to me and explained things, their side, wow. So familiar. So with 2 of them, I've already agreed that I will stand right by their side if these people come for them again. Because that's what we should do. If you see a channel that you're subscribed to getting attacked and you haven't heard that person, tell their side, because sometimes we don't need to. I never needed to tell my side. I never needed to prove anything. I already knew I hadn't done anything wrong by Kara. I had never done anything wrong by her. And I didn't feel that I owed any receipts to anybody but her. She'd already gotten all of them. But these people will come at you and they will make all kinds of false allegations and push and push and push and harass and lie on you and twist things. You'll give them receipts and they'll twist those. And you'll give them more and more and more, thinking surely, you're going to get to a point where they're going to say, okay, and leave you alone. No, ma'am. No, sir. Don't give them shit. I will never give anybody a receipt again unless I actually owe it to them. Period. I fell right into their little troll trap, and that's on me. Not again. Nope. Don't threaten to dox me again either. Voices literally threaten to dox me. What is her full name? Voices for the Voices? Voiceless? Something like that. One of the worst human beings on YouTube. Literally accused a mother of self-pleasure with her child in the bed. Said it in public in a very vile way on a panel. Nobody cared except the person that she heard saying that. So you got no room to talk, Voices. No room at all. You are vile, vile, vile person. No, not Voices Behind the Wall, not Cher. No. It's Voices for the Voiceless, something like that. She's a much older woman. I don't know, 65 probably. Way old enough to know better. And she said that I was lying. Yeah. And she was going to find out who I was and expose everything about me and blah, blah, blah. She said that on a panel. So That was the night that I decided I would fire up my live and just go ahead and show my back. What do they call that? The studio. Yes, that one. Yeah. Yep. For nothing. I didn't owe anybody anything in the first place. But it's whatever. It is what it is. I showed what I needed to show, and if they don't like it, they can kiss my butt. Don't care. I'm over it. I don't care. I don't care. I wish I had a British accent. They're so pretty. I really think that that's all I have. I just want to put this out there so that TheGlarer's little ugly little mug is right there on my channel with a call out for him and his little perverted buddy. They're both perverted in my opinion. For going after a woman. Brand new YouTube channel. It's disgusting. And it needs to be called out every time they go, exactly, Keith, I have. Thank you. He says, you've stayed true to yourself, kept it 100. Absolutely. I really, really have. And these idiots don't understand that our job, some of these people treat it like a hobby and they just get on here and talk shit and speculate on cases and they don't care. They're just wanting to have something to talk about. They really don't give a shit about these families. They really don't. As soon as another case will come along that seems to be getting a lot of buzz, they'll hop on that one and drop the old one like a bad habit and never think about it again. They never think about those victims again, ever, ever, ever. They never cared. I still think about Kylie Rodney. I still think about Debbie Collier. I still think about Quentin Simon. I still think about each and every case that I have covered means something to me. I don't cover it unless it means something to me. Because I'm not here to just, I'm not here for any of that. I do what feels right to me. And it is literally, I can even try to, let me see if I can find something real quick. Obligation to the truth, journalistic integrity. The most important element is integrity and honesty. Let's see, is a journalist's obligation to the truth. Each piece in progress that a freelance journalist writes or puts out should represent reality with honest intention. So, let's see. As the demand for content creation continues to grow, freelance writing has become increasingly lucrative. Okay. As a freelancer, you're your own boss. You have the creative freedom to select your cases and clients and the topics you want to speak about. But does that mean you have the right to write or say anything? Hang on, I gotta pop it. Even if it goes against your beliefs or values? No, it does not. This is where freelance ethics come in. Simply put, freelance ethics means adhering to a set of principles that uphold honesty, transparency, accuracy, and responsibility in your work. Okay, let's see. There are universal ethics that every freelance producer should follow or creator should follow. These include avoiding fabrications, plagiarism, misrepresentation. It includes fact-checking, acknowledging sources, respecting confidentiality, and striving for objectivity. I can only name a few creators that do that, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I'm one of them. I might not be a big-ass channel, but, you can trust what you see on my channel. And anytime that I do speculate, I make it damn clear, you know. There's all kinds of information out there for how we're supposed to be behaving. And we are under press. We are listed under press. YouTubers are press. If you behave like an actual freelance journalist. You want to just be a YouTuber? I guess you can make up your own rules, but I will follow, for me and my channel, I follow the rules. And one of those does include fact checking, and I will do that. And if you don't like it, haters, bye. At least I'm doing it. So let me check chat here. Thank you very much, Brian. I appreciate you popping up. You scared crap out of me for a second, but thank you. Not Craigslist. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. People should have integrity without even being a journalist. Yeah. Right. I am too. I am here for the victims. I want the drama to stop. And that's why I'm like, you know what? If I call it out, if I just start calling them out immediately, maybe then they will get a damn clue that I'm not going to tolerate it anymore. I'm not going to participate. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Exactly. It's about the victims. Absolutely. I will always stay true to myself, and there's nothing wrong with anything that I have done. Nothing. There are other really great YouTubers that do exactly the same thing that I do right now that are just bigger, you know, and I look up to them, right? Like Crime Lines and Lies, Brooks, I look up to her. She does great. And she does all kinds of reaching out and fact checking and doing what she should be doing. She's doing great. And don't nobody go for her either. Don't you even think about it. Leave her alone. People who fact check before they put this stuff out, you should be giving them your subscriptions and memberships, not the ones who are hurting victims and talking shit about the families. Really? There's one who thinks that Steve G might have been involved because he used to drive a beige Elantra. And you want to believe that person? No. Gross. No, Chuck. Which one was that? Oh, yeah. Kelly. Can you see? Oh, no, I don't think I can see. Can you? Yeah, I see your comments now. Let me scroll up. Okay, one more time that did not even make sense to me. I wanted to talk to you about that black figure that looks like it turns on a cell phone behind. Exactly. Isn't that weird? Do you want me to pull up that video? We can talk about it if you want. Let me go to my channel. We'll pull it up. Unmute it since we don't need my voice right now going. Okay, let me go right here. Honestly, to me, it looks like an apparition. So there's him, and he's walking backwards. And I think that's what a lot of people are understanding. They say, well, that can't be him because it's a white shirt. He was walking backwards. And then half of the shirt's black and half was white, remember? So, the hell? Let me go back a little bit. They're turning around looking. See, they come from over here. He looks like he's talking to somebody, right? See, that doesn't have anything to do with him or his movements. That's the weirdest thing I think I have ever seen. Yeah, I like bricks. My voice just went away again. It's one of the struggles that I have with my condition. I'll be fine, and then I'll be making a video, and my voice will start acting up on me. My throat will start closing up, and I feel like I can't breathe until it stops. Okay. See, this thing comes from over here. Bizarre. I don't know, you guys. I really don't know what to think about that. I really don't. I just know that it's just weird, and that's why I posted it, because I was like, I want some extra feedback on that, because I certainly don't understand it. I really don't understand it. But hi, Fleur de Lis, if I said your name correctly. Yeah, you can report them all day long, but typically YouTube doesn't do a whole lot about it. There's other ways that you can take action. I've been off here today, but I gave my deadlines and stuff, and I'm going to be checking. There's other ways that I can handle these issues that I'll be doing. So I didn't want to alter it, Chuck, because I thought that maybe, now I will show you a screenshot that I did of it. I took a screenshot and made it brighter, and you can see more there. Hang on. I didn't want to alter the actual video, though. Let me find that screenshot I did. Is this it? No, that's not it. No, it's not from this video. It was from the other video that came out. I did some editing on that one. Let's see if this is it. Yeah, you really can't see much more. Even when I really played around with it a lot, made it as bright as I could, turned up the contrast, But the whole point is, if people, I'm not going to get upset again. It's okay. I've been getting to that point pretty quickly the last few days, so I need to watch it. But, if you just Google, it tells you right there. There's a whole website for it. I think what I'll do is I'll put the link to some of these in here. But yeah, you can get sued if you slander people on YouTube. And that includes victims and their families, especially victims and their families. So, Rapper, you behave. Okay. If this is the same one that I saw somewhere else, are you or not? I'm not sure. There was a rapper YouTube channel that I used to follow. Okay, cool. And I don't know if this is the same one. There was one that used to call out during the Quentin Simon case. The one that had the clown guy, the clown friend. Is this the same person? No, right, Ruby? It's not easy. Not easy. Okay. This is the same guy, really? How you been? The one that had my very first YouTube doxer on there. In lady. I'm not even gonna say her name. Nope, not gonna do it. But yeah, that's what I came on here about, to call out some guys that came at me my very first live, long before I was ever on your channel. Do you even still have your channel? You do, okay. Well, that sucks. I thought you were doing pretty good stuff there with the putting the pressure on people who were, Bullhorn Betty out there acting a fool. Anyway, you guys, I'm going to go on to bed for now. But if you have just come in, please go back to the beginning. You can always start another channel. Don't you have a whole bunch of IDs too? I remember you used to switch between them to like go into different chats or something. We used to watch you and cheer you on. That was funny. But yeah, I need to get on to bed. If you just came in, please go back to the beginning. I was more angry at the beginning of this live, but I'm trying not to let myself get too pissed off. Because anyway, be sure to catch my live that I did the other night. The one that now has a thumbnail that says boom. If you have not seen that, please do. Thank you. And you guys have a lovely evening, okay? Or a lovely day coming up. And I will leave you. I tell you, sometimes before I leave, sometimes YouTube makes me feel like this. But can we get a collective forehead smack for all the losers on YouTube? The doxers, the harassers, the trolls. Yeah, that's what y'all look like. If you're out there victimizing families, that's what you look like. That's what we're doing when we look at you. But for the rest of you guys, thank you so much. I'm giving you all a tackle hug for being here. And I really appreciate you. Have a great night. Be safe out there. I will tell you this, if you are personally cyberbullied on YouTube, reach out to me privately. My YouTube is on my channel. Please reach out to me privately and I will help you. I will stand with you. We all need to stand together and put a stop to the bullying and the harassing and the doxing. Period. So have a great day, you guys. I will see you next time. Thank you so much for coming. I love you all.
Really nice to meet. I'll step aside and do a slide. I'm perfect. y'all. How y'all doing today? All y'all have a good day.